Good morning. Right, Spirit have given me one that I use a lot in personal reads. I get it a lot. It's in your letter, and it's Aria Speedwagon. And going along the themes of yesterday with communication, that fits. So we've got 10th house of Capricorn again. So ambition, career. So maybe you're waiting for a letter of acceptance or whatever from a job interview. We've got Leo there, so CEOs, people in charge, people in control, and we've got the moon, so something you're unaware of, something in the dark. Also look at your 10th house, see if you've got Leo in that, see where you've got Leo in your chart, and what your moon sign is, especially if it's Capricorn or Leo. Also look at the current chart, because that may help you in some way. So that being said, let's start. So the letters R-E-O could be very important as well. Speedwagon means fast car, and we was talking about vehicles yesterday. So, and in the song it said about racing drivers, because we've got Sterling and we've got Moss. So speeding cars and problems with the vehicle maybe. We'll see if it comes out. As yesterday, a falling status, so going too fast and acting in haste, repenting at leisure, that type of thing. So we'll see which way the cards are favouring us today. #21 is the world, so the internet. Again, communication, but it's mostly travel. It's inheritances. Its original meaning is the ending of something, bringing something to a conclusion, hopefully in a positive way. It all depends if it's upright or in reverse. Upright, it's travel to the object of your desire, be the person, things, or events. In reverse, obviously, there's a delay there somewhere. Just bringing something full circle, there it is in the 5th pile, which is Leo's house. We've got a narcissist involved here, somebody who loves themselves more than they love anybody else. They're all that matters. Somebody feeling shut out, left out. We've got the Leo there again. CEOs, people think they're in control. Strength and courage is needed. And the truth must be told. The truth will set you free. They said that before. There's the sword of justice. We've got the eagle of Aries and Scorpio. So the truth there. It's also sex. 1 week. Communications, which fits with the letter. This is about doing the right thing. Doesn't matter what you've done in the past. You draw a line in the sand. You do the right thing now. Because you're reaping the rewards of what you've done in the past. Intentionally or unintentionally. So don't beat yourself up too much. Just know that you have to do the right thing now. Life is not a race. It's not a competition. Competition is not your friend. Comparison is not your friend. 7 years. This is the apple tree. We don't chop it down for firewood just because we haven't had many apples this year. We feed the roots and prune the branches. Yeah, there's the Leo energy, the CEO, the financial success, possibly through a woman. We have everything we need. Gadgets, it's a bed and a gilded cage, this one, but we still feel there's something missing. Lonely in a room full of people, half erased, ignored, because there's narcissists involved. There's a bond that cannot be broken. This must end, come to a conclusion, and this is delays in travel, problems with the home and family life. 1 minute. Sorry about that. So, delays in travel, home and family life. Be careful when you're reversing if you're driving. Watch out for the red vehicles, be it buses, post vans, cars, whatever it is. Speeding tickets, parking fines, mechanical problems. Speeding tickets, especially because they keep talking about speed and vehicles. So you may know someone that passed in a collision as well. Family, not working as a team. So somewhere, possibly at work, because we've got the finances there, somebody's not working with you, they're working against you. And this has to be brought to a conclusion. We've got Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio again mentioned there. The fixed signs, they find it the hardest to move on. So the most important card here is again the Chariot. 7 and 25. It must mean something because Spirit keep harping on about it. So don't be texting when you're driving. Don't be changing the tune on the radio. Whatever it is, be very careful. We've got 2 months. We've got 7 years. We've got 1 week. The title there, slow movement. But we have got a narcissist involved. Yeah, we're at a crossroads. And what do we say about the crossroads? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. That's why you've got to draw a line in the sand and do the right thing now. Because this is insane. It's going round in circles, continuous round in circles. You have to stop this. Someone's already escaped in the head. They just haven't done it physically. Because they want to control it. You can't control everything. What you resist persists. So the more you try to keep something going that isn't worth it, the worse it's going to get. 4 years, Alice. Yeah, you're going to find something out. Something's been done behind your back. Somebody's stealing credit for what you've done, or actually stealing from you credit-wise. Scammers, etc., or someone closer even. They've got away with it so far, but you're going to find out. And there it is again. So we've got the same person, the narcissist, one of two faces. There's some love there, but it's very little, and it doesn't do any good. People looking for love in the wrong places. The narcissistic energy. There's no communication. Somebody may be blocked. Your name's not down. You're not coming in. The child maintenance isn't arriving. The check's not in the post. Money and finances taking a hit. Oh, and there we have it. So, arguments with a woman. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. This is nothing can grow in barren lands, and we had that before with the ground on the Judgment Day card, didn't we? This is Abigail, Natasha, Greg, Elaine. Let me think. I'm sure. Oh, Joshua. Lauren. But it's lack of growth, it's Taurus energy, it's not talking, it's problems with the throat, neck and throat, mouth, tongue. But above all, it's arguments with a woman. This is staying in your comfort zone, but it's not very comfortable, is it? It's a gilded cage. Scorpio again. So we've got Taurus and Scorpio, the 13. Nicholas, Hannah, the death. Something needs to be brought to a conclusion. Reproductive organs and shared resources. So 3 and 30 and 13 and 7 and 25, all negative major arcana. Somebody needs therapy here. There is some spiteful woman that is seeking revenge. She needs therapy. Exorcising the ghosts of the past. A lonely divorced or widowed woman, or someone that works in healthcare, nurses, doctors, someone who thinks they're professional but they're giving bad advice, which may cost you. So, yeah. Smart mouthed. Now I don't know why I've done that, because no, I can't look at the bottom. So we'll go on to the next one. So that's Aquarius now, only minor arcana. So this looks more about finances and stuff than anything else. It's a mutual bond, but only through finances. There's very little love there. Let's see. Yeah, little or no love. Somebody is not in control of their emotions. They're self-medicating with alcohol, drugs, etc. Again, it's the home and family life. It's cancer. It's depression. It's an empty vessel. Somebody is drained. They've had enough. There's no healing this. It's stagnation in both ways. Virgo, you need to heal yourself before you can heal others. Those terrorists, again, those with the dark complexion, the limp, the amputation, any or all of those in uniform. It's agriculture, it's Manchester, it's the bombers, it's stagnation, coming to a standstill. Hell will freeze over before there's any apology. Yeah, because somebody wants to control you. Leo energy, 8 or 26. Marie, Ian, David, power struggles, cowardice, problems with the heart and back. Yeah. Impotence, feeling that you're unable or unwilling to take action, at least today. There's no passion left. Yep, and there it is again. 3 times we have, there is love, but it's not enough. Possibly a one sign child, but it's just there's love, but there's not enough. And we're impatient now because our ships haven't come in. It hasn't worked out how we expected it to. A new opportunity is about to come your way. You're given the gift by Spirit of a seed. If you plant it, nurture it, it will grow. So don't miss this opportunity. Grab it with both hands. You must come out of your comfort zone and end this chapter. Begin afresh, because that could be a new home, a new life, a new business. It will profit within a year, but you have some hard lessons to learn in the process. There is failure to understand something. You haven't learnt from the past. So insanity, like we said, going round again, doing the same thing. You have to have patience, find balance in your life, and learn from your past mistakes. 14. Tony Philip. Now it is 10th house Capricorn, sitting on his pile of gold, a good and beneficial friend that could be of assistance. It's somebody that's invited into the family, the good and generous friend with plenty of money. So security, that's what's needed. So 10th house is about your ambitions. It's Capricorn energy. It's the knees, the bones, the workplace, the home, government buildings and law courts. The colour red and white. Your outer environment, your public life, your social status, your ambition, parents, career, trade or profession, recognition from an authority figure, yes. This is where we try to make our mark on the world. The 10th house is one of parental houses. In the past, it is associated with the father. So your dad is interacted with the world. Now, however, the role of the mother is socially conditioned and a child is recognised, and that wasn't good there, even if your mother was, but the influence was not. The 10th house is also assigned to the mother. It signifies which of the parents has most influence on your career choice and who propels you to drive to the top. Career choices may be a question of seeking approval or acceptance from a parent. And if this is so, the sign and planets in the 10th house will point this out. The house also describes experiences with authority figures in general and the expectations built around them. Somebody doesn't like authority figures and never learns, and there could be failure in university studies. So, the moon in Leo, things that go on in the dark. Emotionally proud, generous, confident but dominant, playful but self-indulgent. The moon in Leo needs to feel special and dislikes being down or ignored. So you've upset somebody. Keyboard's going to give you the gift. There it is. There will be a gift. Gifts, both of the sense of sacrifice and generosity, indicating a balance. All matters, that's what we need, is the balance in relation to exchanges, including contracts, personal relationships and partnerships. And that is the only positive, really, that we've got in this, is that there is a bond here somewhere. So, the gift. Sealed with a kiss in your letter. Remember the song? In your letter. Old school communication. It can't get misinterpreted then. So it is the 7, which is the Chariot, which was all they keep going on about is this Chariot. It's about generosity. Illiterate people as well, people who can't write or understand things. That's not it. There it is. Agreements, contracts, handshakes. It brings credit and honour, which supports one's dignity, but you've got to be careful that somebody doesn't steal that credit from you. So you could be signing for a loan or something like that. Be very careful. Read the small print. This is a broken man, devoid of aught else. The letter G. Gifts, generosity and help from those who are in need are signified by Gibo. Gibo is also said to indicate love, perhaps in a more general sense of charity rather than personal. Yes, so it could be a bond that's not romantic. Oxen, so Taurus, make an appearance. There they are. Venus. With Gibo, because cattle were a measurement of wealth amongst the early peoples of Northern Europe. Another concept intimately connected with the generosity is that of boundary markers. In other words, being overly generous can also be a bad thing. In addition, recognizing one's own boundaries is important, as knowing how much to give. In another sense, the rune is connected with innate talents or abilities that can be taken as gifts from the gods. This is the first rune of the series that has no inverted meaning. Both Odin and Thor, so Wednesday and Thursday, symbolically associated with Gibo, its significance of knowing one's boundaries and swearing to abide by contracts links, but don't do it under duress. It's time to preserve order in the universe. There will be generous gifts but only if you follow. He possessed a marvellous arm ring called Dropner, which replicated itself into 8 other identical rings. So rings, 9 nights. These precious objects were then distributed as it pleased him. So somebody is a natural benefactor, but only as long as you kiss his feet, basically. He or she, should I say. Guibo has gained an extra interpretation as a valuable ornament. In his song, Odin warns that it is better not to ask than to overpledge, as a gift demands a gift. It speaks of both making hasty promises and of casting enchantment. In both cases, a price must be paid, so caution should be your watchword. This is about the giving and receiving of gifts. As a gesture of mutual respect, a symbol of fondness, the custom is meant to bind people together. This may be why we still mark affectionate letters with an X to denote a kiss. While in previous ages, when most people were illiterate, documents were signed with an X. So be careful what you sign to signify an acceptance, because this may keep you stuck. Bringing the aspect of the relationship to the fore, Guibo signifies both the donor and the recipient of a gift. All will be well only as long as there are conditions and both parties know their limits of the agreement. Even if nothing material is actually given, the payment for the gift may come in the form of simple gratitude. But if that is withheld, then resentment and quarrels will be the result. Quarrels. The same applies to the giver. A present should be given with an open heart, no strings attached, otherwise the giver will feel forced into an obligation and the recipient will feel worthless. When Guibo appears, it is certain that you will feel honour bound to help someone out very soon. However, it's important to judge exactly how much you should give. After all, if you're too generous, then that needy person becomes overly reliant on you. If you're not generous enough, however, you could be considered a skinflint and your reputation could suffer. But the Spirit have always said that you must only give 10% of what you can afford to lose. In love, in money, in everything. Because if you're not safe, you cannot help in the future. We've got the 28 again. It is in the reverse. It is the willow, the weeping willow. Salix alba. So some people name the child Willow, so that could be a name. But there is sadness here. And he is very sad. The moon and Venus. So there we have it. Venus and the moon. Well done, Spirit. Willow is one of the most magical trees, with many species and rich history of magic and medicine. Traditionally, its bark has been used for pain relief, so there will be pain here, which eventually led to the extraction of salicin and the refinement of salicylic acid or aspirin. So heart problems again. Topically, the tea is an astringent. In magic, willow is deeply associated with the moon, witchcraft and the dead, so Halloween possibly. Willow is deeply associated with the moon, witchcraft and the dead, fairies and a wide variety of dark and magical goddesses, including Hecate, the crossroads, the goddess. Willow, preferring to grow near water, is known for its flexibility, and the wood becomes a large part of actual crafting practice, such as weaving and basket making. The making of brooms. It is one of the 3 traditional woods that go into witch's broom, along with ash and birch. It can be used in spells, charms, incense and potions to increase psychic abilities, grant clear dreams and speak with the spirits. Willow has also been used in love spells, bending and drawing new love to us. You cannot make someone love you, because as soon as true love walks in, the spell is broken. The essence of willow is to bend and shape. Willow teaches us how to be flexible and bend, to be patient and not harsh with our opinions or belief, allowing change rather than being inflexible and stubborn, releasing resentment and giving forgiveness. It is particularly powerful when we have to resolve an issue with the dead and need to communicate to resolve the conflict or for our own healing. It is reversed, so when this card appears upside down, go within. Use your magic. Let the willow be a portal or a gate through visions, dreams, and journey. Speak to the dead, fairies, and dark goddesses to find your way. Remember and write down their guidance and follow it. Do not be inflexible. Bend and change as needed. So remember, write down your dreams. And then we have the salamander and the black pepper, an inspirational moment, an aha moment. It is 17, the number of the star in the tarot. So let's see if we can get this one. Symbols of fire and heat, the salamander and the black pepper call for full energy to be inspired. Both Aristotle and Pliny and the elders wrote of the salamander's ability to withstand the flames, and the creature's association with fire is echoed in ancient Greek myth. Black pepper or peppercorns has an earthy flavour with a spicy kick, making it perfect match for fire-friendly salamander. A new opportunity awaits. Yes, they're giving you the gift. To fulfill it, you must remain inspired. Apply your full energy to the creative endeavours. What inspires you, and how do you invite and incorporate more inspiration into your life? So Spirit are giving you the gift, a brand new opportunity. Grab it with both hands. I'll write the song up and I'll speak to you later. Thanks for listening.